Do you like committing mass genocide on an alien race? Do you perhaps find yourself in the need of a body with a funny joke?
Otis is sorry. Happy!
And do you like to run really fast? If that's the yes, chances are you might just like the game Warframe. Then take a deep breath and get ready for a journey. And did I mention? Warframe is free. Now that it's done, let's get started. So I was debating if we should watch the whole thing, but after watching it I just came to the conclusion that Excalibur is cool. I don't know what the other frames are doing, and feel free to like the video if you want to.
Wake up, Tenno.
Now to tackle the most important question for all new Warframe players. Which frame do we start with? After some research I came to the conclusion that we want to play as Samuel Rodriguez, so that is who we are gonna choose.
Go. What the clam was that?
Once awoken, we basically just killed the first two individuals we saw, because that's normal, and then we made a friend.
What's your body count? 3.
After that we began sliding to our next objective. Once at the objective we got greeted by a sword and a stick, whose name apparently was Bo. And what a perfect chance to test out the sword right after we picked it up. Then we just went ahead and killed everything and got a selfie with a dog. We then got sidetracked by a miniature kangaroo that sadly met its demise under the wheels of a passing car. As we contemplated whether or not to take it with us, Fanner snaps his fingers and he disappeared. Rip Hexibadi III. At this point, Mama Lotus actually got a bit irritated of her distractions.
You were running out of time.
So she wanted to give us a new weapon, and we opted for the swords again, this time a mini throwing sword. And I might have to download aim-labs again. After exchanging a few words with the people sunbathing in the rain and casually eliminating all life forms we encountered on the road to the extraction point.
We made it. There's the extraction ship.
You know what? I'm out. Oh, we got the high ground.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
After that we got blessed with yet another weapon, and that was the bow. Once again we set forth on a delightful rampage of destruction to find a new ship that actually worked. And while jumping through a cave we discovered magic. I'm not gonna lie, this bow actually feels pretty nice. Oh, so that was the ship. I'm actually blind. As we got on the ship and checked for free items in the inbox, we figured out that Otis was actually a little bit depressed in this time.
Condition. Order me to self-destruct. I will understand.
Taking a quick detour throughout the ship and actually discovering we have absolutely nothing here. Then having an intimate time with the ship to unlock the best system in the whole game. Fashion. As Lotus was telling us while clicking through all the colors we had, that we have to go back to Earth to actually connect our fiber connection. It was at this point I realized my Space Ninja skills might have been a tad over the top, as I cannonballed my way through sensors doing my supposedly stealthy mission. Anyway, the mission went smoothly and now we got a fancy fiber connection for our ship.
Now plug it in!
Systems engaging.
With a newly acquired internet, the first order of business was taking a tour around the shop. But as we were broke, we got sent on another mission by Lotus, which resulted in another headache. First we got a mod segment, which allowed us to actually mod a weapon. We put in the segment in the ship, and afterwards we could mod our things, but we didn't have any capacity, so we just put some random stuff on. And I guess this is what we have to do now. Off we go. I thought locating the Thundery segment might be difficult, but we found it right here.
The queens fear you, but I will show them their love.
Is it their love or my love? Now I'm confused. We then got the Thundery segment, but guess what? We needed resources.
Here, the operator will craft many powerful weapons.
1, 2, 3, and that's basically how I got my loot. It was finally time to craft the thing that should be able to take War out of our head.
What a waste.
As we left War on red, I guess we got another unpleasant discovery here.
The Ascaris had a tampering failsafe. It's burrowed into you and armed itself. We'll need to find Vor before it detonates.
Oh, this guy right here? Right. The battle began and he quickly found out he was no match for me, so he decided to use some cheats and not be able to take any damage. So that sucks. fear not, he was no match for me, because behold my whole D. Not gonna lie, that sounded way better in my head.
It's as if it was directly connected to Vor. You've done it, Tenno. Vor's Ascaris is gone. You are free now. But your work has just begun. The origin system is in chaos, and it needs you, Tenno. To like and subscribe now, or I will talk to you about your car's extended warranty.
Interested in working for me?
We then got sent into an old graveyard of a battlefield to add some Grineer tombstones around, which was an easy task for a whole D. And we even got some Endo as a reward.
Got something. Heavy hitter like you needs a little snack, yeah? No. Have you met Saya? Lives on the outskirts of Cetus.
Hello there.
After a little bit of small talk, we actually got even more work. With Konsu as our guide, we found a cave in the plains where apparently we should be able to find someone. And that someone turned out to be a safe instead. Yoink.
The lock seems damaged. We'll have to force it open.
No, wait.
Then we had to buy the codex scanners because the ones we should have gotten never came. And you might ask yourself, what do we actually use these scanners for? We have to find broken pieces of glass. Because we were built for war and apparently also finding broken pieces of glass. And for the last piece I had no clue where to find it, so I was just running around looking for it until I found this place right here. Yep, just inside the car. After that we got all the pieces of glass we apparently could find, then we just went to murder some people so we could actually extract from the area.
I've tracked some off-world shipments to a galleon in orbit. Heck may be guarding any key shards he's found up there.
Once on Vehek's ship we found his lover and he was not very fond about we actually killed him.
What?
We then found what we thought were the last piece of glass we needed, but apparently we still needed one more piece. We then went on to search the plains of Eidolon where we found this funny looking guy right here. After getting knocked some sense into us, I was finally ready to send an arrow to his spot and actually go look for the last piece of glass. Now if you have never seen a nice rock, this is a nice rock. You better be the final piece. I wonder what could be inside one of these things. After that disappointment of a flower, we were finally ready to take on the Venus Junction, and to my surprise, Vault is here for revenge for not getting chosen in the beginning. But behold, he was no match for my bow. After a quick battle right here, we got our rewards, and in there we actually got our first companion, Blueprint. Which means we can finally play Warframe, because you will definitely need vacuum, or fetch I guess. After learning various techniques, it was finally time to actually do a mastery test. And there you have it, Mastery Rank 1 complete. Now we just have to wait 24 hours to get to level 2. After watching paint dry for 24 hours, we're finally ready to actually get our pet, an MR2. So of course the first thing we did was go claim our Taxion. Now with a new member to our squad and getting vacuum on, it was finally time to actually mod our kunai, so we were ready for MR2 test. As this was basically the same as MR1, we just had to use our kunais instead. So we just defeated 1, 2, 3 waves and then we were done. And before we head out, I thought it was a good idea to take out our Orbiter before committing another genocide. God, I wish cleaning was this easy. And then spending way too long to do this. As Lunar New Year is coming up, we put up some spring decorations, because that is what we have. To be honest, I didn't really do much day 2. We just went to Venus, did a little mission to see our pet in action, and that's about it. After that, we headed off for day 3.
Use it well as you walk the harder path.
At this point in time, I thought it was a good idea to actually join a dojo, because why not? We decided to join the community. Join it. Just put your in-game name in the comments and I get your invite. Now it's just a matter of time to wait and see if we get a key. And luckily for us, we already had enough resources to actually start the crafting. So let's do that. Hey ho, I got some news for you. You can join the Discord if you want to, just click the link in the description. Now we are finally ready to get our first objective and actually get to the Jackal. But we have some missions to do before then. I also started working on my herbalism because this is of course a MMO. Maybe. Somewhat? Kind of? As this was a spy mission, we also had to be sneaky. It was now time to put my skills to the test again and using the scanner tool to actually float above the lasers. Now my worst enemy is waiting for lasers to go up. And this time it went way smoother than last time. We just had to hack some consoles, we didn't get discovered or anything, and we went free for free. So that is pretty nice actually. B1 with the flower. With another spy mission under the belt, we are finally getting one step closer to actually fighting the Jackal, which we are longing for. I kind of wanted to do a Fisher here, but I definitely didn't have any left relics, so... Well, after running in circles for some time and actually just waiting for the excavators to be done, we were finally ready to actually get out of here.
Grizzy Rizzler, it's time to fight the Grum Guzzler. And don't even think about it.
Yes, I'm coming. Okay, okay. I'm starting right now. I can't stop coming. Don't you know me by now? You're lying.
I expected it to be bigger.
With the Jackal down for the count, it was time to tackle the other objectives and actually unlock a little slice of Mercury. To show the corpus who is the boss and actually snatch up that prime real estate. Pretty quick, I say.
Me? Just hanging around.
As the Jackal was kind of angry that we defeated him, but he will have a fun time once we actually begin farming for Rhino. And with the only 2 objectives left, it was finally time to do some waves.
Our position has been compromised.
Not gonna lie, that's a very convenient place, crowd chamber right in the middle of this area.
One eternity later.
I definitely underestimated how long 10 waves would feel like in the morning. Please just get me out of here. This probably took like, what, 15 minutes or something? Well, time to get the hostage, Linnea, and actually this is a quicker mission, so that's nice. Now let's see if we can actually find the hostage here. And not in here. Maybe in this one. Oh, there you are. That was so much nicer than actually doing the defend mission. We are finally allowed to actually go to Mercury. But first we have to do the junction, so let's go do that. And another reminder to actually go farm Rhino. And apparently work on my aiming because I can't hit anything. Another one bites the dust and Mercury is unlocked, so now our progressing is going very smoothly. But before we gotta flip through our cards and put on some new stuff, our frames and weapons have gotten some more capacity to use. And we only found 1 pistol gambit, so the kunai is not getting much. But I will be putting some stuff into the whole D, as we are actually using this a lot. So we are upgrading Pressure Point, Northwind and Furry just to get a little bit extra, and this is where our last endo is going. I wish I had more endo though. And of course we haven't forgotten our lovely Autolooter Taxon. So of course we're gonna upgrade him and put some stuff on. I wish I had more endo so I could actually upgrade the vacuum, but other than that, our little loot bot is getting bigger. And oh boy does he deserve some bad boy fashion. So let's put some red colors on him and he's ready to go. And finally it's time to go back to Mercury and actually begin our grind. Let's go, look at this little buddy go. He actually does damage now. Kind of. I guess he frees people. Alright, let's finish up and actually get out of here. So let's just clear out the last enemies we need and get out. With a successful mission, it was finally time to actually clear the rest of Mercury. So let's go on that. But that's a story for another day.
Without you.